Okay, now when we solve trigonometric functions or trigonometric equations, what we're trying to do, we're trying to solve for this value of x. So now we're saying sine of x equals root 3 on 2. Or in this case, we've got something a little bit more complicated. We're saying root 2 times cos of x plus 1 equals 0. And we want to solve these between 0 and 2 pi for both of them. Now, given that it tells us this as our domain, that means we want to use radians. If it had said 0 to 360 here and here, or here and here, well then we'll be saying we're dealing with degrees, but here we're dealing with radians. Now, to do this, you've got to know your triangles. This is all technology free. And you've also got to know your unit circle. And like I tell you people, draw your 3 triangles, draw your unit circle. I haven't elaborated on it too much because I need it. But here it is on my page, draw it on yours. Now, we're dealing with this. Let's solve some trigonometric equations. So that's what we've got. We're saying sine of x equals root 3 on 2. So basically what we're doing is using our triangles. Which one of them has sine? We know sine is, so we're saying sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. So we look at our 3 triangles. Which one has opposite and hypotenuse of root 3 on 2? So this will give you root 3 over 2. So then that tells us we're dealing with pi on 3. So we imply that x equals pi over 3. So because it's positive, we know that we are in the first and second quadrant. So we are here and here. So because of that, we can use pi on 3. That's our base angle. Now remember, it's all about the base. That's what we're going to be referring to. So because we're in pi on 3, now we want to also make it so that we are in the second quadrant. So any angle in the second quadrant, we've got to refer to our we learned about symmetry, and we'll find that sine, in the second quadrant we're going to have pi minus pi over 3 to find our angle in the second quadrant. That will simplify to 3 pi over 3 minus pi over 3, or not simplify, and then we're left with 2 pi over 3. So that's what we have there. We can look at that a slightly different way. If we're dealing with pi on 3, well that means I'm going to draw a pi on 3 triangle there. So given that I've drawn my pi on 3, I've got root 3 and 2. That means and then I've got to draw another one in the second quadrant. And I've still got 2 and root 3. Now, both of those are positive because we're concerned with the height. So because we've gone up for both of them, we've got a height there. So yeah, which is positive. So added here's to this being a positive value. Now, for us to make this, because we know we're going to pi on 3, because we know we've got pi on 3 here, we've got to go to pi on 3 here. This has got to be pi on 3. So if that's got to be pi on 3, that means we've gone around 2 pi on 3. So just another way we can get the angle graphically. Okay, a little bit more complicated, a little bit more to do. First thing we've got to do is transpose that thing. So we'll take this plus 1 and bring it over to the other side. So we've got root 2 cos of x equals negative 1. Now we're going to divide both sides by root 2. So we've got cos x equals negative 1 over root 2. So what we're doing now is we're looking at cos x negative 1 on root 2. So adjacent and hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So we're looking for our adjacent side being 1 and our hypotenuse being root 2. So we're looking at pi on 4. Now, because it's negative, we're going to draw it out this way. So here we have pi on 4, and also if it's negative, it's also going to be in this quadrant here. So because of that, we're going to have a hypotenuse of root 2, another hypotenuse of root 2, and because we're going out this way, we have a adjacent side of negative 1. So what that tells us is that we have gone over here to pi minus pi over 4, or in this quadrant, pi plus pi over 4. So to work those out, we'll do it over here. We've got some more space. So I'm going to say we've got pi minus pi on 4. That's the same as 4 pi on 4 minus pi on 4. And from there we've got 3 pi over 4. As well as that, pi plus pi on 4. So we've got 4 pi over 4 plus pi over 4. So we're left with 5 pi over 4. Being able to do this is a very important skill. People cover it in Year 12. We cover it again in Year 12 in quite a lot of detail because students forget. Get on top of it now. Get on top of realising this now. Come up with a couple of approaches either through just numbers and identifying quadrants, or do it graphically by drawing your triangles.